In our previous videos, we have discussed that entrepreneurship is not limited to, it is not confined to idea generation in isolation. So ideation or idea generation is about finding the most efficient solution to the problem that we have identified to solve. So our business is all about solving a real problem. And how do we solve it? That is where we need to generate ideas. That is where we have to bring in our creativity. That is where innovation starts. Now, to be able to do that, to be able to come out with the most efficient solution to the problem that we are solving, we must be aware of how customers, the target audience, is currently solving that problem, how they are satisfying that need as on date. So to be able to have a very clear idea, we have to understand as an entrepreneur the product evolution process. So there are needs in the social and economic mechanism which we have been solving over centuries, and then how we solve it keeps changing. On the one hand, we have this problem, we have a definite social need, and on the other hand, we have the entire body of knowledge. As we progress in the timeline, the needs also evolve, the same need also evolve, and the body of knowledge that humankind has also keeps on increasing. So now the definite social need and the body of knowledge today, where they meet, that meeting point is very critical. That is called the point of iterative synthesis. This is the point where the social need and the body of knowledge meet. Why it is important? Because this is where the entrepreneur has to focus, and entrepreneur has to bring in his or her entrepreneurial behaviors, entrepreneurial skills, and the focus in order to come out with a product development, which is the most innovative, most creative, and most efficient solution. So how do we understand that is very critical. That is one of the competences, that is one of the skills of an entrepreneur. Because if we do not understand the point of iterative synthesis, where the existing body of knowledge and the social need meets, the possibility is that we might come out with a solution where we are using technologies, where we are using knowledge, skills, competences which are actually redundant. Or we may be actually, inputting knowledge and technology which is perhaps much ahead of time. So in both the cases, the solution that we will come out with, the idea that we will generate to solve the problem will not be the most efficient, not be the one which is most relevant today. So product evolution process therefore involves a very good understanding of how do we understand or how do we operate in the frontiers of technology, how do we leverage the latest of technologies, how do we input the latest body of knowledge in order to come out with a innovative solution to satisfy the need or solve the problem that we have identified. And that is the point where entrepreneurship must take place. If we take an example, today if we have to fly or if we have to travel from point A to point B on this planet, one of the fastest and safest mode of travel is the aeroplane. But then aeroplane didn't just appear like that. So it is perhaps many centuries ago how somebody observed that the birds are flying, how somebody tried to craft a wing and put the wing on their shoulders and perhaps climb a tower and jump and fly. And as time went by, people brought in various kind of knowledge, various kind of skills in order to evolve to a scenario till the Wright brothers came and they came out with the aeroplane. And that version of the aeroplane and what we have today is very different. So why? Because leveraging the body of knowledge and leveraging and understanding the need, the point of iterative synthesis, that is where entrepreneurship takes place. For example, who is providing that entrepreneurship? Companies like Airbus, companies like Boeing, that is where they are working and coming out with all the modern aeroplanes. So product evolution process is very critical for an entrepreneur to understand what would be the most appropriate, most efficient solution to the problems that we are trying to solve.